Hi, Kevin Falvey, Editor-in-Chief of Boating Magazine, here aboard the brand new Regal 43 SAV. This is one of the most versatile boats we've tested. It's ready to fish, it's ready to dive, it's ready to day boat or cruise. This makes it ideal to bring out the entire family or a large group of friends and enjoy a wide variety of activities. Step aboard with me and I'll show you how they did it. One of the features that makes the 43 SAV so versatile are the side terrace doors. Now, when they're up like this, we have a nice deep cockpit. You can run offshore. In security, there's side boarding doors, but when you lay them down, you add 50 square feet to this cockpit, making it the ideal sandbar boat. For seating, there's a fold-down aft bench, and then in the forward part of the cockpit, there's a large settee. It'll sit 4 people, and it's flanked by cold boxes on each side, one of which is an ice maker. So it's not only an awesome sandbar boat, it's fitted out to fish. There's twin pressurized live wells in the transom. The boat has rocket launchers on the corners of the hardtop. There's gunnel rod holders, there's rod storage underneath the gunnels, there's rod holders across the transom, and optionally, there's a great leaning post and rigging table that fits in the middle of the cockpit, and there's optional outriggers. You can really fish this Regal boat. Another great feature aboard this new Regal boat is this swim platform. I can easily walk port to starboard across the boat. There's 2 big platforms on either side of the boat. There's a 4-step swim ladder, and really neat, there's a stern anchor in a special compartment hidden right here. Our test boat was powered by triple 450 horsepower Yamaha XTO offshore V8 outboards, delivered 53 mile-an-hour speeds, and it took off like a shot. Now, this Regal is built with some high-tech construction methods. Regal uses infusion. In fact, they infuse the hull and the stringers together. They use carbon fiber throughout the boat. These kind of manufacturing techniques deliver a hull that rides great, feels great. In fact, Regal's named this new hull the Ocean Track 2. It's a conventional V-hull, no steps, and it's designed and delivered excellent ride in 2 to 3 foot chop. One of the coolest boat features ever, and one of the most functional, has got to be the Garm Rest. The so-called Garm Rest incorporates a Garmin screen into the armrest here at the captain's chair. I can operate all the functions of the boat from chart plotting to switching without leaving my seat. Of course, in front of me, there's a tremendous helm featuring 2 22-inch Garmin touchscreens, fitted with a custom Regal interface. Features a taskbar across the top that will remain steady regardless of how I switch the screens. As you can see now, we have a chart plotter up, football game on, we've got some electrical information, depth information, and we're looking at one of the hull side cameras. Regal arranged it into 3 sections, let's call it, the hardtop, the deck, and the cabin. Touch the word cabin, deck, or hardtop, and you reveal all the functions on that layer of the boat. Let's say I want to turn the cabin lights on. I hit cabin, touch the screen, the light goes off. Touch the screen again, the light goes on. Same holds for all the other levels of the boat. In fact, there's even visual alerts for things like if the terrace doors are down or if the sunshade is deployed, it'll let me know right on the screen. It's really an innovative feature. Regal worked very hard on it, and I can say that it really makes the boating experience easier and better. The helm also incorporates all your control systems for the engines. For instance, the Yamaha Helmmaster with joystick is situated here. We've also got an integrated Lumar bow thruster. Maneuvering this boat around the docks should not be stressful between the responsiveness of the engines, the joystick, and the bow thruster. And of course, the helm even looks beautiful. It's got a nice brow on the top. There's wood around the drink holders, wood around the footrest lower. It's a very attractive space from which to operate. Overhead is a sunroof, easily deploys manually. And here's a cool feature you haven't seen before. Wind deflector doors, located port and starboard. So let's say you're running hard and into the wind, you deploy those wind deflectors, you really reduce the fatigue from windburn. So the summer kitchen is fantastic. It features a double grill over on the starboard side. On the port side, there's a deep sink with a cutting board. Underneath, there's twin refrigerators, drawer style. They each pull out. On the center, there's 3 big drawers for storage, and overhead, check this out. There's a big screen that allows you to keep control of all the functions of the boat, plus a pair of phone chargers, plus a pair of stereo speakers. I can even flip around these helm seats, sit down, and watch the trolling spread. What's better than that? Up in the bow aboard this new Regal boat, we found a capacious lounge able to fit maybe 6 or 8 people very, very comfortably. It's deep, it's soft, it's got drink holders, it's got beautiful upholstery. Let's talk about that for a minute. Regal wraps all its foam in plastic so that water's just not going to get inside them. It's a really nice bow lounge. There's recessed areas with plenty of drink holders, charging points for your phone. Of course, there's massive storage underneath all these seats. There's a table that fills in here that could work as a table or a filler to make this one big sunbed. All in all, it's a great space. The 43 SAV's cabin's got a lot of attributes that we applaud. Number one is the size of the headroom. Look at it, I'm 6 feet tall, no problem for me here. Second is the amount of natural light that comes in, largely due to this big window over here on the port side. And it's full featured. Now this cabin has 2 distinct sleeping areas. What can convert to a king berth aft, and probably a queen size berth up here in the V section in the bow. But really, it's a boat that a couple would weekend on, or maybe a pair of anglers. Or maybe it's just a cabin that you send the kids below decks to go down for a nap. At any rate, it's got a wonderfully deep and plush bow lounge. Look at the height of that backrest. And then in the aft cabin, you've got 2 single berths. Remove the headboard, place it between the 2 inner spring mattress side berths, and you've created that king size berth that I mentioned. Go into the head, it's designer style. There's a tile look around the bulkheads. There's a complete separate shower stall with a clear plastic enclosure. It's going to keep everything nice and dry. That's supposed to be nice and dry in there. The commode is a residential size one, and the woodwork in this boat is really spectacular. Regal builds all its woodwork in-house, and that dedication shows. Up front, this deep plush lounge is great for waiting out a rainstorm or just chilling out with friends and family. Of course, when you do want to sleep, there's a filler piece that fits right in here, and this forward cushion comes out, extends the length of the berth, and when you're not using it as a berth, that extra space becomes extra storage. You may have noticed these Ultimate plaques located throughout this boat. Ultimate designates this as a boat of the new luxury trim level from Regal. It incorporates over 1 million different preferences that you can have to personalize your Regal with things like upholstery and hull color. You know, whether you're loading fishing tackle or trying to get your kids back on the boat after a day of beachcombing, getting on and off the boat in a variety of scenarios is always a challenge. And one of the things that makes this boat so versatile is the number of ways you can board and disembark from this 43 SAV. For instance, you can go out the transom doors, you can go out the side terraces. The side terraces have side boarding doors in them, and the Regal has 3 unique ways to get on and off the boat that I haven't seen on other boats. One is you can use these steps to walk up on top of the cabin and get up onto a high dock. 2, you can use the boarding step built into the port side go. It's awesome. Gets you right off the boat again. If there's a high fixed dock, off you go. And they were even thoughtful enough to include a bow boarding step with a handle that lets you get off safely from the bow. Regal built the 43 SAV with versatility as its hallmark. After our day on the water, we can say they achieved that goal. Until next time, I'm Kevin Falvey, and to learn more about this boat, visit boatingmag.com.